Hello, welcome to another soap making video. This is Helen from Moonlit Soap Work. Today we are actually making my very special what I call coffee chocolate cake soap. In this particular soap, we are actually substituting all the water, at least most of the water, for coffee. So I mean, there's water to make the coffee, but all the liquid that the lye mixed into is freshly brewed coffee. And I was brewing stovetop coffee late last night and then popped them into a little ice cube tray so that they could be nice and frozen. And then earlier I mixed the lye in and they'll melt it back down, and right now they're nice and cool. This is about 80, 90 degree, probably on more than 85, and same thing with the oil. They're more or less at this point at room temperature, because sometimes the coffee can easily overheat. I like to soap as cool as possible, so this is really perfect. It's not even warm to touch at this point, so this is perfect. And then this is the oil solution, and here's the lye and coffee solution instead of water. And it's going to be very interesting to right now we're only just going to do the base, so it's going to be a dark color chocolate base and a medium color base, and then I'm going to come back after those two layers are done and with a lighter color whip soap and give it a white pipe top, if that makes sense. So this is gonna be very exciting. I really do love my my coffee, and I'm also gonna mix into half of the coffee ground that came from last night's coffee when after I finished brewing it. So it gave you the little extra exfoliating texture. It's perfect for garden soap or kitchen soap. You wanna with coffee, taking away any fishy smell in case you're in the kitchen cutting, handling seafood and so on. So this is gonna be fun. Let's make some soap. This is kind of a medium trace at this point, because I'm soaping so cool that it's taking a little longer for it to thicken up. And if any of you never make coffee soap, I love coffee, but when you're making soap, this smells really bad. Yeah, it's kind of like burnt fermented coffee sort of scent. I'm so good at selling my own product, but once it cured, that smell will go away, and plus we're putting fragrance into it, so it's gonna be nice. But yeah, just so you know, it takes a while for it to for you to blend it into trays, and it smells pretty bad. It always happens to soap that I don't care for that particular scent or so on, and it always takes longer than usual to make that particular batch. Yeah, never fail. So this actually look really good. This look like chocolate cake like consistency, like a chocolate fudge consistency right now. So it's awesome. Oops, pretty messy. Okay, I'll clean myself up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to separate some out of it so that it can be. Okay, I'm going to separate out of it the base. I have a good amount, and I'm going to use the tall and skinny mold for this one, so that it gives me more room to build a top later to give it this nice pretty peak. Okay, so this is on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the dark chocolate. It's actually one of my all-time favorite from Brambleberry. Is the dark rich chocolate, and a little bit go a long way, and I'm using all the rest of my dark rich chocolate going into this particular batch. Love, 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 love. Love this fragrance. Don't want to waste anything. It smells really, really good, and it does have a certain amount of vanilla content in this one, so it will darken up your soap. But since we are already doing a dark chocolate soap, it will be very helpful for us now. Now we're going to do this, and I also need to okay, and I'm also adding, you can see, the coffee ground so that you get this exfoliating effect. I love this. Let's see how this looks. And since I want to do a 3-layer cake, I want the bottom layer to be darker than the middle layer. So this, I'm just from in here, I'm going to add a little bit of activated charcoal. Get some activated charcoal going into it so that this I need it to be, is all these gonna be even darker. Yeah, all these gonna be even darker once it cure. So not worry. But the other okay. Now, and then on this one, oops, it's sticking it up a little bit. On this one, I'm gonna add the fragrance for it. This one is from Neutral Garden. This one is Mrs. Claus cookie. So it's definitely a food sense, like a yummy bakery spice kind of sense. And then I like to do a pencil line of the coffee grind. So basically you just put it in one of this little shifter and you tap it in. You want to give it a nice even coat. And since I have different consistency of coffee grind here, obviously I will need to refill for the, well, I was brewing my coffee and I realized I have two different type of ground coffee. So one of them is more finer ground and the other one is more medium ground. So beautiful. So that way we're gonna have a nice little pencil line. Let's make our coffee, and that so that it will clearly define the two layer. And hopefully it'll come out okay. With pencil line, you never know, it's always an iffy thing. If you put too much, it will separate the layer, and when you cut, it will just break up. And you put too little, then you don't get to see it. Okay, I think this is good. second layer, I'm gonna have to spoon it in. Didn't mean for this to be such a long tutorial type, but I feel kind of chatty. This color is just beautiful right now, and it smells so good. And I have a lot. My same recipe, I always used to make the exact same recipe. It's kind of like 4 to 5 pound recipe, you know, give or take the water evaporation and everything. But if on my tall and skinny mold, I always end up with a lot of extra. Like I will fill the oil to the top and then make it really hard for me to unmold down the line. So I had to like stop myself from doing it. And then with my loaf mold, the normal size loaf mold from Essential Depot, I would this or everything you see here would go into those 2 molds and not, you know, and not really come up with super high top type of soap. So it's like, so with this one, in order for me not to overfill it too much, like I say, it's very hard to get it out once you fill it too high to the top. You want to kind of give yourself a little wiggle room, because otherwise I turn it upside down and my top will get squished, and sometimes they're really pretty, so it's kind of a shame. Okay, so I decided with this batch, since we're doing chocolate type base anyway, that whatever I have there is gonna be the base of my my cake soap and my cupcake soap. And I'm gonna be making a bunch of cupcake soap, mini cupcake soap actually, bunch of mini cupcake soap for this holiday season. I did cupcake soap a while back, only more on the experimental side, because you know, I'm not really that good at piping, but it was kind of fun and people really love it, and a lot, you know, it was very well received and all. My only dilemma is selling cupcake soap is that it's very hard to package it without charging a lot of money for packaging, because on my other soap you could, you know, go into a flat weight envelope or flat weight priority mail, and I could save people money on shipping. But with a cupcake soap, so since you're trying to hold the shape and everything, is just a lot harder. So I stopped making them, mostly for that particular reason. But since I'm gonna start doing a lot more. I'm gonna start doing a lot more local type craft event, then I don't worry about as much about packaging. It's not really packaging, it's really more about shipping it once I package it. So which is why this holiday season I'm gonna be in a couple of craft art and craft holiday festival type of show. So this is gonna be perfect. I mean, I think some cupcake soap will look really pretty on a little cupcake stand and so on and so on. So we'll see. I feel like I should have pencil line on both of these, again on the top. I don't know, what do you think? Because then it would really clearly define the layer, but I don't have the top for it right as of now. So okay, let's go with my first instinct. Well, the worst gonna happen is all these soap will just break into 3 pieces. Then I will just sell it like a, I don't know, open face chocolate cake. I'm being silly. Hopefully, I'm hoping this batch of soap will come out pretty. There's a lot of work for this. That's one of the reasons I don't make a lot of these type of substitution soap, is that it takes so much prep work ahead of time, and a lot of the time you can't even do it in one shot. So it's not like tomorrow and this time I could unmold the soap and look at it. I'm most likely gonna be making the top tomorrow and this time to make it pretty. So that's that. So it's nice and wet. Okay. The hardest thing about pencil line is getting to the edge, because the wall of the mold's always stopping you. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. And as you can see, it's a very messy process once again. Hello, we're back. This the bottom of the chocolate coffee cake soap is ready to go. So right now we're doing the top, which is going to be kind of just a white frosting top, and then half of this batch is going to go to the piping of the cupcake one that we did yesterday. So, and this is actually going to be the first time that I don't pre-cool my my lye solution. This is actually hot lye water solution poured straight into my hard oil, and I seen it other people try it many times, that they don't really need to pre-cool down any of the lye or the oil. So I'm gonna give it a shot just for the top. Gonna blend this together now. I'm gonna go in there with just a little bit of a base, and then I'm gonna do a peep top, so that's important. Touch up yet. Yep, it's actually doing pretty good right now. So as you can see, I like to pipe my top this way, and then generally I just want it to be high, so you just come in with a spoon and just pull in the top to the center and pull, Normally if you had like a little extra color going on, it'll be really pretty, because once you start putting them in, it kind of have this the colors start mixing together, and it'll be quite pretty. But since I'm not putting color in, this one is going to be a very simple top. And same thing here. Just pull them in from the edge to give it a nice little pattern, I would say. And have a little, should probably clean the edge of the mold a little better earlier, so that, you know, and what you don't want to do is just down like this, then you're creating exact same pattern. You want to go back and forward, like different angle, just to, so that it look more random in that sense. At least that's how I like it. You could do it any way you want, of course. And so, and then I don't like my peak to be too high, mostly because first it's hard to cut out of the mold, and two, it's gonna be you know, the just too much air pocket, and the peak normally doesn't stay high like that anyway. And the very last thing is, just because this is a coffee soap, I bring back some of my coffee grind, and we're gonna just do a quick little toss on the top, just a little bit of it on the top, so when you cut it, it gives you just a little bit of contrast. See, this looks very pretty. Just make sure it's nice and even, so every bar have just at least a little bit. Perfect. This is the chocolate coffee cake soap. It's gonna be 3 layer. Hopefully it will come out good. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.